Ciao, everybody. Welcome to the Not Paying Up Podcast. It's your boy. It's Hood. My guest, I guess per usual now. She has a seat across from me or
I'm moving
side of me.
on up.
More than
Co-host? Can we get
I
co-host?
asked her once, like, hey, do a show with me once. This bitch is on all the time now, yo.
Can we get co-host? Am I working on it? Am I getting
Uh,
there?
that's a conversation I'm gonna have to have with the higher ups.
Okay. So go fuck myself. Okay.
It's your girl A Town. What's happening?
Hello everyone. We're back. We're sounding a little better, I hope.
Yeah, I hope chat. Let us know in the comments if we are loud enough. Trying on new equipment, um, new cameras, etc. So bear with us, like you have been for the past year. Appreciate you all. Um, we're here tonight. Today's show or today's however you want to look at it. We're gonna talk about the art of a con. We
Yes.
all know a couple of those motherfuckers. So we've all heard the same. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But con artists just don't trick gullible people. They trick doctors, lawyers, millionaires, everybody get with the words, millionaires, and everyday people. Today we're diving into the psychology of the con. What makes someone a con artist, how they earn your trust, and some of the biggest scams in history.
I am so excited about
This
this.
is a good topic right
Yeah.
here. Very excited about it.
And we'll tell you about how we got to this
Yes.
topic as well later on.
And speaking of topics, chat, if there's something you want us to discuss, um, educate me. Because it might be something that, I don't know shit about. And what I do is when we do topics, I do my homework and I get into the info. I get all the info. I double, triple check, make sure I'm giving you fact information. I don't want to sit here and give you bullshit info. That's not what we're about here. Um, Ultimately, we're here having a good time, but at the end of the day, I want to shoot y'all straight and give you the facts.
Yeah, it's
So,
all things that we talk about or we bring up. Um, if there's something like on anybody else's mind to bring up or talk about that you want to learn more about, and we can do the research for you, then I feel like
yeah,
we're the people.
sign us
Like,
up.
let's do
Yeah,
it.
we're down. We're down to do it. But as usual, before we get into the topic at hand, we get into the useless,
Let's do this.
the random, the NPE news. The NPE news. I gave it the words. I don't know what's going on here.
NPE news.
The NPE news. Um, this one here, we're gonna go over some of the common things you should know the difference between. This is via markets. A Town, I want to know where you're at. I want to know where you stand. I'm gonna mention a couple words. You gonna tell me what's the difference, right?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Poison versus venom.
All right. So poison is something that's consumed, and venom is something that's injected.
Correct. Very good. Next up, weather versus climate.
All right. So weather is more about precipitation, winds, things like that. Climate is more of an average, like an overall.
Not exactly, but I'm gonna give it to you. But weather's daily,
Yeah.
and climate's long term.
Okay.
But
So,
you were kind of like flirting with the with in the same neighborhood there. So next one, virus versus bacteria.
oh, okay. So virus is something that's spread through airborne, I would guess, or physical touch. And what was the other one? Bacteria is something that's spread through hand washing, poor hygiene, things like that.
Viruses needs a host, where bacteria can live independently.
Okay.
So, but then again, I didn't specify what difference I'm looking
Yeah.
for. I'm just giving
So
you
I would believe that the difference I gave is it's
in the neighborhood.
yeah,
It's close enough.
it's close.
Via markets, y'all. This is where I'm getting info from. Jam versus jelly. What's the difference between those two bad boys right there?
I should know this too. I want to say that it's the process of how it's made. I want to say, and I want to say jam is more homemade and jelly is more processed.
You're close. Jam is fruit pieces,
Okay.
and jelly is smooth juice base.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all about the processing. You're again in the neighborhood, so you're firing all cylinders right now. So you're getting all the right answers. Cement versus concrete. Yeah, that one got me too.
Um.
Yeah.
I would have to say cement is mixed, pre-mixed, and concrete is poured. Something like that, like something along the
You
lines
had the mix right. Concrete is the final mix.
of. Okay.
Cement
Cement.
is the ingredient.
Okay.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, I was like, I know that like there's cement trucks that constantly like mix it as they're coming to
Correct.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where my mind was going.
I'm not certain, but I think you're supposed to keep it
Hmm.
moving. You're supposed to keep it alive.
If any air hits it
Yeah,
or it
it is.
sits, it dries.
Correct. Alligator versus the crocodile. Come on, bro.
Okay.
A
So
Town.
it's all about where they live. First of all, you're not gonna find a crocodile everywhere. You can find an alligator. Also, an alligator is slower. I think a crocodile is faster. It's the head also. The alligator has a wide head and the crocodile has a long head.
That was the answer right there. Alligators have wider spouts or
Yeah.
snouts. I'm sorry, which is obviously the head, the mouth, and crocodiles have the pointed ones. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was like, you live in
I know all
Florida.
the
I was
differences.
like, you live in Florida. Let's fuck this one up here.
I think I killed that one actually.
This one a little tricky. It was for me. Astronomy versus astrology.
Astronomy, I want to say, is the belief or words, and astrology is the act of like pursuing or looking at it, right?
Again, turn it around. Astrology is belief based. You were right about that, except the wrong one. I'm sorry. Astronomy is science.
Okay, so
Yeah. All right, I'll give you a couple more, and then we're gonna move on. Muffin versus the cupcake. Come
all
on,
right,
Tizzle.
different sizes. First of all, different components. Cupcake usually uses a liner. Muffins don't typically, and I want to say the muffin actually is larger dome than the cupcake.
The muffins are denser.
Okay.
The cupcakes are. I'm sorry, the muffins. I said muffins, right? The cupcakes are sweeter and frosted.
Okay. So I was going way heavier than what you were looking for.
But again, I didn't give you a specific. I didn't ask for a specific difference.
Either way, I'm killing this, guys. All right.
Let me give you one of us. Let me give you one of us, and we're gonna move on. The latte versus the cappuccino.
All right. So latte is a more of a frothed milk, and the cappuccino is a foam milk.
You're right about the cappuccino. It is foam. Latte is milk.
Yeah,
More,
latte
more
steam is
milk.
milk. Yeah.
More milk, and then more
Because
foam.
what all it is both milk, but you either latte steam it, which is lower heat, and it just frosts it, and then cappuccino steam is where it becomes actual foam. And I know that because I was a barista, so.
How much sugar on those drinks there?
Um, cappuccino. Well, none of them.
No sugar? Is it
No,
like the straight
no. It's
coffee
all in the
bean?
milk. It's all in the milk process. That's like why
Interesting.
I brought it up. No.
Okay. Well, I'm a big espresso guy. I've never really had the latte nor the cappuccino.
So,
Um,
to answer your
but
question,
I'm down to have it.
so if I was
Actually,
to make a cappuccino, it would be
yeah.
a double shot of espresso and cappuccino steamed milk, which is more foam, right? So it's
Okay.
a lighter, very light. You pick up the cup, you almost think there's nothing in there. A latte is the same thing as a double shot of espresso, but the latte steam is a lot lower pressure and it's just froth and heated, and so you're getting a lot more milk in the cup, and it weighs a little bit more. But there's no sugar involved in any of the process.
I can dig it. Definitely want to try them out. All right. A couple more things, and then we're gonna get a topic at hand because it's a very interesting topic. Can't wait to get into it. This is via Meme God. Did you know? This one I saw cracking up. I couldn't help it. Did you know in Japan? I hope this is fact because this is so fucking funny. Sleeping at work can be seen that you worked so hard you became exhausted.
I've been preaching this for years.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
All right, Japan.
I was like, okay. I mean, man,
Hey, it makes sense.
look at A Town now. Head down to the desk. She's been here all night, hasn't she? Been working those hours.
I've been somewhere all night.
Hey, it wasn't at work, that's for sure.
Not today.
Again, via Meme God. In Germany, I'm a fan of this one right here. Sunday is treated as a quiet day, so mowing lawns, drilling, and many noisy chores are not acceptable. They're doing it right in Germany. They're fucking doing it right.
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer it no days,
Hey,
but it has to be
in a
done.
perfect world, right?
So we
In a
have to
perfect
get it.
world.
We have to get it.
Via blowing. That's what they're called. Hey, I don't make this shit up. Now I had to look into this because I asked my other guest that comes on and Joey does the WWE shows with me. Shout out to Joey. Um, I asked him who's the most hated team in sports in the U.S. Hold on now.
All right, I know, I know. This is interesting. Go ahead.
The most hated sports team in the U.S. isn't the Dallas Cowboys.
It's not.
It is not
I thought it was the Patriots.
the Dallas Cowboys.
I thought it was the
I'm sure.
Patriots.
I'm sure the Patriots are on that list as well. Just not the most hated. Do you know who
I
it is?
just hate him the most.
Do you want?
I
Do you
got
want
it.
to take a crack at who is?
And this is all sports.
U.S. sports. Should I give you the league, or are you gonna try to guess it?
I'm gonna say the Yankees.
You fucking absolutely right. Bro.
Yeah.
You fucking
Let's
Yankees.
go, bro. I'm killing it.
Joey,
today.
I told you. It's not the Cowboys, brother. It's the Yankees. Via blowing. One more. Yellowstone could erupt one day and wipe out half the U.S. That is scary.
Yeah.
I really pray to God it never happens. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Half the U.S.
I mean, it's Mother
Hot ass
Nature,
water.
man. Mother
Hot ass
Nature
water.
is no joke. We don't mess with that.
We're gonna get on one more topic, and then we're gonna move on from the news, from the random, from the useless. We're gonna talk about the dumbest shit ever sold at auction.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is some dumb shit.
I've seen some pretty dumb shit.
And shame on the people who spend the money to buy these stupid auction buys. Alright. Coming in at first. Well, I guess there's no specific order, but coming in first in my list is the banana tape to the wall. Sold at auction for a whopping $6.2 million.
So originally it was taped to a wall, and they took it down and auctioned it, or they sold the whole wall.
The wall was with it too. A banana taped to the wall.
Okay.
$6.2 million. I got upset when I originally got into the topic there. I'm not no more. How how ludicrous is that, bro? Moving on. John Lennon's tooth. How much? Yeah, gnarly, right? And I saw the
I don't
pic.
even keep my kids' teeth.
I do. I keep my kid.
Ugh.
I can't. I didn't keep his tooth, but I looked at the picture of the actual tooth, and dude,
Was it worth it?
$31,200.
Stop.
John Lennon's tooth.
And how do you bring that up as you have house guests? You're like, guys, you're never gonna believe this.
Guess what I bought at
I
auction
got
today?
John Lennon's tooth for 32,000.
For the cheap. I got it for the cheap.
And you hold it up, and it's just like.
Next one up. Eitan, your boy. Willie Nelson's braids. Sold at auction.
Oh yeah.
Your boy. You want to take a gander at that price mark?
60 grand or more.
A little half than that. A little half than that. But yeah,
Okay.
$37,000.
I would rather buy a braid from Willie Nelson than a tooth from John Lennon. And if that makes me a bad person, then that's what I am.
I gotta go with the hair as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about that tooth. Especially if you see this tooth. I saw the picture.
Can you pull it up?
This one, you want to see it?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, guys. I really have to see this.
As we're doing that, invisible sculpture. So literally, what it is the outline of a sculpture that's sold.
So it's like a. Does it look like a wire, like chicken wire?
It looks like a wire, yes.
Yeah.
But
So I'm familiar with
just the silhouette, just like the out.
So I have sculpted. I've done a lot of things. I'm very artsy, you know that.
For 18 grand though, for 18 grand.
I mean.
Come on now.
What was it of?
It was one of those Roman pillars, those little tall pillars, Roman style.
Hear me out.
But the short version.
The right person could get their hands on that, and it takes a lot of work out of it because I've actually sculpted and I know.
It's invisible.
You said there was wires.
It was just. I gotta show you the. I'll show you the tooth. And
Okay.
I'll show you.
Is it like invisible sculpture to me? And you say wires means it's the wire frame of.
It's just the silhouette. So picture a shadow.
And it's just one wire,
To
like
me, it
a
looks like a
chalk
wire.
outline.
It looks like a wire. It's on the wall, so the wall's with it.
Okay.
I gotta show it to you.
All right. So I was just under the misconception that it was
Was
an
it?
actual chicken wire, like
No,
mold for a
it's.
sculpture, which is a lot of work in itself. Which,
I'll have some illustrations here for you to look at.
all right, makes sense.
This one here, again, Justin Timberlake's half-eaten French toast. I saw the picture of the French toast too. They kept it
Why?
for the cheap. Hey,
Why did they keep it?
they got it for the cheap. $1,000.
$12. Oh, it was like $12, and you're like $1,000.
$1,000.
Way overpaid.
$1,000. Having fucking French Justin Timberlake.
And who kept that?
Who bought the banana tape to the wall? That's the shit I want to know. Fuck's sake. And last one, the lobster phone. It's an actual lobster phone. The fucking actual lobster.
So they put wiring inside of a lobster carcass,
and you
and
pick
you
it
can
up.
actually use it.
Yep. How much?
I mean, people like taxidermy, right?
People
so,
do like taxidermy. How much is that phone, A-Town?
38,000.
1 million.
What the?
$1 million bucks.
Okay, I don't agree with that.
$1 million bucks for the lobster.
Kind of a cool concept, but
the
not for
lobster
that
phone.
much.
And it's one of those old school phones too, that with the fucking and then the little round.
This is a
thing.
true story right now. Since we're talking about phones,
Let's get it.
I used to have a very impressive Elvis Presley collection in New York, and
Really?
I actually had a phone that was Elvis Presley, and when it rang, he would. I'm so sorry I left all of that behind. It's gonna break my heart forever. But yeah, I had a phone up, and it was Elvis Presley, and he would
That's
ring
awesome.
when it rang.
That's great. So before we get into it,
Well, I have some news
you got news.
that I wanted to share on the
I love
NPE
it.
news, right?
Let's get it.
All right, so there is a major multi-state manhunt going on right now across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama.
Okay.
They're looking for a 38-year-old woman named Isabel Rose Johnson. She's a prime suspect in a capital murder case. Following the discovery of a missing man's human remains in a shallow grave in Walton County, Florida. The reason we joked about that it was a shallow grave is it's way too hot to be digging anything in Florida right
Yeah,
now.
dead ass.
Like, I built a fence last week. Right? Damn near killed me. Felt like it was 215 degrees outside. So, shallow grave, I get it, right? But they have offered an $11,000 reward for anyone who can bring her in or give them enough information to bring her in, right? So 11,000 is spanned across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. If somebody wanted to go on a manhunt, like not paid enough podcasts here, we wanted to go hunt her down, $11,000 won't even get us out of the county.
Nah.
With the gas prices.
Nah.
So you're gonna have to up the ante if you want to find her.
Yeah, I had this bright idea of a road podcast, a sort of a not paying a podcast popping up in your city type
Manhunt
shit.
edition.
And I'm like, wait a minute, 11 grand. The fuck are we gonna do with 11 grand?
We're barely getting our cars fixed and started for that.
Jesus Christ. Like you said, half that shit's gone for gas, right? Jeez. That's funny.
Alright, so we're going to get into why we decided to have this podcast in particular. And it started with me just bringing up ideas. Like, I'm a very intellectual person, so I guess once something is in my brain and it's like cooking, you know? It's like I just have to read about it, find out about it. If I don't know, I need to know, right? So, the first story was about, would you date a suspected killer, right? So,
I think I did.
you heard about it? You read about it?
No, I think I dated one.
Oh. Well, I mean, I might have too, but this was intentional. Purely intentional, which is what blew my mind. So, the story is that one woman did exactly that, and her risky romance helped put a murderer behind bars for life. In 2013, 21-year-old Kelsey Schilling disappeared after traveling to meet her ex-boyfriend, Dante Lucas, in Pueblo, Colorado. She was pregnant and never seen again. Her abandoned car was found, but Kelsey had vanished without a trace. 3 years later, Lawrence whatever your name is, Suhr,
Oh.
Sir, a complete stranger, became obsessed with finding answers after seeing Kelsey's story on social media. She began dating Lucas to earn his trust, secretly recording conversations and passing everything to investigators. Her information, combined with surveillance footage and phone records, helped prosecutors build their case. In 2021, Lucas was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. So Kelsey's remains have never been found, leaving her family without the closure they desperately seek. But this woman risked her own safety and went in undercover, became engaged, became a different person. It got me thinking. I was like, I've been down the rabbit hole of unsolved cases. Very guilty myself. Anna Kepner, that was the one.
The cruise ship.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one I got into a rabbit hole really bad. You know that firsthand. It was just something I couldn't stop thinking about. It was on my mind when I went to sleep, when I woke up. It was just so tragic what happened to her, and I wanted answers. I don't know if I was so curious for answers that I would uproot my life and go and live in another state and date someone who is suspected of these awful things. But this woman did that, and it captivated my mind. And I was like, what switch flips, or like, where do you go mentally to literally become someone else, or put your own safety at risk to dive into getting to know someone? All these things play a part, right?
Yeah, it's so strange to me that someone would take the, like you said, take that risk, cross country, different state,
Yep.
probably doesn't even know anybody there, and just to purposely get involved, kind of just insert themselves in this person's
Yep.
life, and that's, I mean,
Not only that, how do you know they're gonna date you, right?
how you know they're gonna
Like
not,
she's just
how
like,
you know they're gonna
no
unalive you or
way.
something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's just so many scenarios.
So risky on
And
so many counts. Right?
and but yeah, so she did it, right?
Did it.
She did it. And
Kudos.
what happened after that? Like, what do we know?
So she was just feeding information to the prosecutors, and eventually, she never got a confession. But yeah, she piece by piece helped them put the puzzle together, and
Perhaps
he is behind bars right now.
perhaps she was maybe
And that was courtesy of Facebook. Just so you know.
Facebook. Got it. Maybe she was just trying to get in with the PD. I mean, try to get in a job and look what I can do. And I don't know. People do some odd things, man. People
Yeah.
just aren't right, man. Some people ain't right.
So the second story
Uh huh.
that inspired me was I just overheard a last part of a show, and I wish I knew the name of the show, any of the characters' names. Like, I can't remember any of it. But just to kind of wrap it up for you guys, is it was a woman who was married to a film producer, I believe. She was a film producer. She was unhappy in her marriage, wanted to get divorced. This woman seeked her out, became her best friend. They were inseparable, did everything together. This best friend that came out of nowhere for her um, helped convince her to get a divorce and would help her during the proceedings. She didn't need a lawyer, they could do it together, so on and so forth. And after all was said and done, this one who seeked her out also sent her a bill for, I want to say, $152,000. She had recorded every phone call, any piece of advice, any kind of like ride anywhere, anything. Broke it down and was gonna bring this to a courtroom. This woman had never passed a state bar, had never practiced being an attorney, anything. This woman, in her own recognizance, seeked out a woman who was going through one of the hardest things a woman can go through is separation and divorce, and just saw it as a dollar sign. Befriended her, was her best friend, and manipulated and deceived her. And it just intrigued me so much because it's like, what switch flips to where you're just like, I can get money from them. All I gotta do is pretend to actually care about someone for years. Like, that's crazy to me. I can't pretend to care about you for a second if I don't. So I guess that's where my mind snaps and I'm just like, this intrigues me, I need it no more. So these are the two things that made this podcast an entire, what, topic,
Yeah, because
conversation.
you told me about not these stories, but you had told me about the show you had ran into that you caught the last part of it, and it got you thinking and stuff, and it got you to where you were, to where you told me about it. I started doing my due diligence, and I came across some really fascinating things.
Incredible.
Like I'm a big horror buff, so like I could talk about like serial killers, which by the way, next episode, not paying the
Coming
podcast, serial killer
up.
edition, but that's for then. Right now, no, and so like I don't really know much about serial killers, and you think I would know, being a horror buff that I am, you would think, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm more into slasher, gore type stuff, faces of death type shit, and very interesting um, topic, and some of the con artists in history. Holy shit!
This
These are
has been one of my favorites
yeah,
that we've done.
these are slick motherfuckers, yo.
I know we got very passionate about our food, people, but this
Yeah.
is a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
Like
this
this
right
is
here.
mentally like fascinating. Like it's so cool. So excited about this episode.
Yeah, so in case you guys are just, I don't know, born underneath a rock or just
Which most are.
don't pay
Most
attention
of
to
us are.
shit, what is a con artist? A con artist, short for confidence artist, is someone who gains another person's trust or confidence in order to deceive them for money, valuables, information, or some other personal benefit. Some of the common traits of a con artist. Want to give a gander at those?
Um,
Remember the movie with Bundy? It was a Bundy movie, and it was played by Zac Efron.
yeah, well, it's Ted Bundy, right?
Was it called Ted Bundy?
Yeah, it was,
Or
or
Bundy
Bundy or
or something
whatever.
like
Yeah.
that? He literally checks the box, and the reason why I bring him
So
up, he checks the
attractive,
box. Yes.
intelligent.
Yeah, charming, likable, smart. Yep,
Yep.
yep. Great storytellers.
Yeah.
Can read people very well, and that's scary.
Yes,
Because only
because
psychos be doing
not
that.
yeah, and not a lot of people can. I can read people pretty well, but not on a
Damn,
con
just call me a
artist.
psycho then.
No, 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 not on a con artist like psychopath level. But I can. I'm an amateur at reading people, not like them. But it is an art. It
it's
is
crazy
really,
though.
yeah.
They create a false sense of urgency. They promise huge reward with little risk.
Confidence.
Again, man, just a lot of
Dude,
this.
confidence. You
yeah.
have to have a lot of
Yep.
confidence to sell somebody on that shit.
Yeah, often pretending to be successful or important. They certainly do, and rarely take responsibility when caught. Like these are some of the common traits of a
What
con
I do
artist.
wrong?
Yeah.
They're the idiots that believe it, right? I can see that, like that confidence of like, why am I under arrest? They're the idiots.
Yeah, and then you have
I'm the
like,
smart one.
and then you have like cons like the ones you spoke of. You have cons like the ones I'm going to speak of. But there's actually different famous types of con artists. This is all they tackle like a specific subject or a genre of stuff. You know, you have like romance scammers, investment fraudsters, like fake charities, like fake psychics. You ever seen those motherfuckers? The Ponzi schemes we're gonna talk about, identity thieves, because that shit happens every single day. Fake contractors. I've had a friend recently who got slipped up, man. Slipped up on a damn fake con. We're gonna
Well,
get
it's just
you.
like that lady
We're gonna
played a
get
fake
you.
attorney, right? She believed
Yeah.
she was an attorney at heart. Like
About,
she charging her best friend, you know?
bro, I'm telling you, it's wild to me. How about fake online sellers?
All the time.
You ever get
All
somebody?
the time, yeah.
I don't ever shop like. I mean, I'll shop like a specific app or whatever. Probably the same one every single time. I think we all know what I'm talking about.
We're talking
here.
about scam artists, con artists,
But not like not like some bogus website I've never heard of, seen before, and then someone's I'm not doing that. And lastly, the fake tech support, same thing, right? In government or IRS impersonators.
Yes.
You get mail, or I'm sorry, you get phone calls. If you get a phone call from an IRS representative or or anybody in the government,
Hi, Miss Via. I'm sorry to inform
That's
you.
not
Your
them. They're not
information
gonna
has
call you.
been stolen. We're gonna need your full
They're
name,
not gonna
social
call
security
you.
number,
Yeah.
address, like
They're not gonna
bank
call you.
account information.
That's not them.
Yeah.
They're gonna send you a letter. They're gonna email you. They're gonna.
And you
They're
know
not
what?
gonna call you.
They normally target older people, and it's
Yes.
so sad.
Yes.
So senior, it's actually called something. I'll have to look at the name, but senior something. Yeah, they're more than likely the victims of crimes like that,
It's
scam like
sad.
this. It is.
It's sad. Um, and then real quick, and I'm gonna let you hop in here. But the psychology behind the con, a con artist often exploits emotions, right?
Yeah.
And we talk about gullible people, right? But not just that, man. They go after like I said, they can read people. They can sense people. They go after like fear, like love, like bro, like they just like they eat that shit up, man, and they like,
Ruthless.
oh man, you sons of bitches, you sons of bitches. But go ahead, I got more. If you want to hop
Oh,
in there,
all
what you
right.
got?
I'm gonna hop in,
Get
and
in
I know
there.
how excited we are about this, so we're gonna have to take turns over
Yes.
excitement.
Otherwise, I can go all
Yeah,
day.
I'm gonna combust if I'm over here too long. All right, so I told him while doing the research, we just learned what a con artist is, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, who's the greatest con artist,
Ooh,
right?
that's a good question. There's so
I
many of them.
love this response.
There's so many of them.
This is I want to say Quora, right? Via Quora.
Okay.
Someone says the greatest ones are the ones you will never hear about because their cons were never discovered and they went on to live lives of enormous luxury at other people's expense. If you want a list of con artists who are actually caught and whose crimes are known, there are plenty. You can start with these 10, and we will. And they have movies made about them, others have crimes named after them, right? But what an interesting concept, because I was like, that's the best answer I've ever heard. Who's the best con artist? We don't know. We'll never know.
So many of them.
I want to know. I really do, because I would love to sit down and have a conversation with, like, how did you never get caught? What did you do
Yeah.
that all these
Yeah.
other people didn't? You know, like that's so intriguing to me. But
I mean, especially like, and obviously it's ongoing. I'm
yeah.
sure of it.
No, it happens
And
every day.
and then in these
right?
days with the technology, with
Yeah.
the internet and cameras
And they're just
phones
sitting
and everything,
behind all of it, just like,
getting paid, getting paid. Go
you'll
ahead,
never
carry on.
know about me.
Go ahead,
Right?
carry on, Tizzle.
All right, so this on Quora, I clicked on the top 10 famous con men, which I just wanted to express because
Yeah,
I know
hey,
you have a
don't
few
you
females on here.
ladies? There's some ladies out there
My
like.
this conversation was inspired by two ladies for me, right? He went with the lady route. I was very impressed. I actually have the men route on mine. So, top 10 famous con men. 10 is we'll, we'll go top or least to most famous first,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Frank Abagnale. Catch me if
Abigail.
you can.
Abagnale.
Yeah.
Frank Abagnale Jr.
Yep.
Yes.
Catch me if you can.
Yep.
Based on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Charles Ponzi.
Charles
The Ponzi
Ponzi.
scheme, right?
Yep. The man who started it.
Yes.
Or well.
We're gonna dive deep into
Yeah.
Ponzi, I'm sure. 8 was Joseph William, Yellow Kid. 7 was Victor Lustig, man who stole the Eiffel Tower. Very interesting. If you want to do more research on that, it's incredible. 6 was George Parker, stole the Brooklyn Bridge. Got so good at it, he did it 2 times a week for years. Yeah, he's incredible. These people are amazing. 5, Soapy Smith.
Soapy Smith.
Soapy Smith, let's
What
go.
does Soapy do?
He sold uh, bars of soap wrapped in different forms of money. So he'd wrap one bar of soap in $1, $5, all the way up into $100 bill. And he had this, he'd be on the New York streets or whatever with this big jacket and selling these bars of soap. Let's see, you know, and it's all you're taking a chance, you're taking a chance. Well, lo and behold, none of the bars of soap that went home with anyone had any money wrapped around them. They were actually switched out. This is part of the scheme, right? But that's what he's known for, is selling bars of soap wrapped in monetary value, right? No one actually got any money except for they had a soapy gang that would stand in and win the money just to give it back to him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, right? Go,
Soapy.
go, Soapy, bro.
All right, Soapy.
All right, see you, bro. Eduardo de Valfer- Valferino is the theft of the Mona Lisa.
Ooh,
Yep.
I didn't hear about that one.
Number three is James Hogue. He was an imposter. He actually got free trips to Princeton University, Harvard University, all posing as a once declared dead infant that nobody would have ever suspected. So he was an imposter. He played this part. He got a free scholarship or whatever. Very impressive. Number two is Robert Hendy. It was Robert Hendy free guard. He is masquerade as a M15 agent. He convinced people to live underground because the government and whoever was coming from, it's just incredible. And number one is Bernard Cornfield, who sold investments in U.S. mutual funds. So number one, he was so smart that he went around the Swiss like boundaries of like what you can do and did all of it. Over $600 million he ended up making over these U.S. mutual funds of just pure greed and deceit, and it's incredible. Like if you guys want to do any research on any of these people, highly suggest it. We just don't have enough time to dive into everybody. We're chomping at the bit here, so go ahead, Jay.
But yes, she named her well, not her, but the top 10 via Facebook.
No, is that one was via
But yeah, so she was giving us her top 10
Quora. Quora.
Quora
Spell it cute.
con artists, and I'm going to touch on some of the biggest cons in history, what they did, and their sentence. Um, this is awesome because first of all, obviously I'm glad I wasn't part of the party that
the
got
victim or the artist?
any of it. I see. I shouldn't have said it's awesome. It really isn't awesome. It's not very fair what he did to these people. It's really fucked up. But how they did these things, it's incredible. It's incredible.
It takes a
Literally gullible just goes a
intelligence,
long
man.
way
It
here.
takes intelligence.
And we're gonna start. And I got five. Only got five. We're gonna start with Charles Ponzi, my man who made number 9 on the list. He was an Italian-born con artist who became infamous in the United States for orchestrating one of history's most famous financial frauds. He schemed, worked, or his scheme, I should say, worked by promising investors unusually high returns in a short period of time. We're talking 50% profit in 45 days. Yeah, we're talking 100%. Hey, we're talking your money back in 90 days. So instead of generating profits through legitimate investments, Ponzi used the money for the new investors to pay off the earlier investors, and then of course he's created this illusion of that he looked successful. He looked like he knew what he was doing. Um,
People couldn't get enough, right?
but no, it all came to to a halt real quickly. He was caught, obviously. Um, hence the Ponzi scheme. It was named after my boy Charles Ponzi here. Um, what was it? That's right. People wanted their money back. People were investors were kind of. I think they hit some sort of like money. Uh,
But if they had already invested it and there was no money back guarantee, then he gets away with it, right?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
because a lot of people didn't get their money back. He was too busy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
He was
can't
too
even ask
busy.
for it back.
Well, he was too busy paying off the other ones. He only got 14 years.
Worth it.
He only got 14 years.
Did he come out with any money?
No, actually, he actually passed away in prison.
Very poor. I did read about that.
Very
yes.
poor.
Yep.
Very poor. Was it in prison or out of prison?
It was
no. He served his time.
He got out very poor.
He got deported back
to.
to Italy, and then ended up passing away.
He died very poor. That is
poor.
what I remember from
Very
reading
poor.
about it. But
Next up on the list, Bernie Madoff.
I didn't have him on mine.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff.
Okay.